This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you in part by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you in part by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. Hello listeners and welcome back to Rusted Veins. This is part 2 of the scenario. We fade in as the coterie comes together. Their mission? A simple exchange, drugs for money. It happens every night in Gary, but tonight is going to be different.
Yeah, so Zion, let's start with you. So you get the call from Modius saying, I want you to basically just exchange this, to make this deal happen.
Yeah.
You're going to need backup. This is of utmost importance to me, he says to you over the phone. So how do you prepare for this deal?
Well, like I said, I'll probably, I text everyone. I text everyone separately though, and I think I text Sydney first. And just, mandatory vault meeting, need muscle.
Yeah. Okay. How's your relationship with Sydney?
A bit distant.
Why is that?
Basically, there were 3 of us kids.
3?
And Mom said, I can only afford to educate one of you.
And so...
And Sydney got the nod, went off to school and, got a scholarship and all this stuff, so... kind of lost touch with her, first of all. And then she came back, which I thought was a dumb move.
Dumb. Okay. So Sydney, when you get this text from Zion, what do you think?
I'm angry. I'm angry that my brother belongs to Modius. And that I am serving juggler.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
How?
He was the one that turned me.
He was your sire?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm angry that there's always going to be this distance between us. And I'm just really, really angry all the time. And any little tiny thing will set me off. And this is setting me off.
Yeah.
So.
But you're going to go.
Yeah, I'm going to go, and I'm going to hope that I get to fuck somebody up pretty bad.
Okay. Cool. All right. How do you prepare for this deal? Do you want to feed, or you...
No, I don't want to feed.
You're good?
I don't want to feed right now.
Okay.
I might find an opportunity.
Okay.
And I would use that opportunity.
Okay. All right. So, Padre.
Resignation, apprehension when I get the call. It's not something that I look forward to, but it's a necessity. I'm sure that after this amount of time on the streets, he's sort of gotten past the ideals of trying to, solve the drug problem with religion and really just try to, staunch the flow significantly and, try not to create too many more addicts. But, the ones that are there are still, part of his flock, so he feels a responsibility towards them. To prepare, he'll probably take one of his flock in with him for confession and feed, and then meet up at the bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your meetings with this coterie, how do you feel about your role in the coterie? How do you fit?
I'd imagine that I feel a bit like the moral compass of things. So. I'm there to make sure that Sydney doesn't get too carried away when she feels like opening up her fists on someone.
Yeah.
And hopefully being a better influence on Malort about, maybe keeping some of that corruption in check. Part of it's useful, but there are certain lines you don't cross.
My lord, what do you think of that?
It's a conversation we've had multiple times.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the coterie? How do you prepare for this deal?
It's another day, another dollar.
Okay.
Even though my faction is technically Anarch, everybody knows if you pay me the right amount, I'll be yours. In this case, I haven't paid the right amount. I just have been for a long amount. For now. So I don't know, probably gonna make a few calls, send a few texts, make sure the area is clear.
Okay. With your contacts there. Okay. All right. They say that it's clear, ready to go. So as I've mentioned, and if anything comes up or strikes you about the relationships, about the dynamics, please feel free to interrupt me because I want to hear it. So as I mentioned, there's heavy rain. It's just pouring constantly. The roads are difficult to drive, but you are on the road.
Who's driving?
It's a good question. Who's driving?
I was sort of picturing me driving with Sydney up front.
Who has the best drive?
And the two Nosferatu in the back. I have 3.
I also have 3.
I have 1.
One.
How's he drive? Where the heck is
Keep the
In
corpses
your
in the
Impala?
back.
Yeah, keep the corpses in the bag. Okay, so
I actually look worse than you do.
I'm sort of picturing like as I'm driving, like I'll just be looking in the rearview mirror occasionally, and like I just don't barely see you guys. It's just shadow.
Just a shade.
Yeah.
So Padre and Malort, because of your extensive street experience, you see that there are vagrants finding some place to hide when the weather is this bad. You can see where people are kind of hunkering down. You can see the occasional figure slumped in a doorway. And you know that these mortals are very tired and they've given up on life. And they're unlikely to see the morning, really, based on how they look. Most of the streetlights in this part of the city no longer work. There are a few buildings that project a light from within, and they're inhabited, or few are inhabited or wired for electricity in general. The only illumination comes from your car's headlights, Zion. So you'll occasionally catch the eyes of itinerants walking in this part of the city before they kind of go back into the shadows after they see your vehicle. You know that as you're driving through these streets with the rain, even though folks seem scared, you know that if you draw too many people out, if you get too much attention, that a large group of vagrants will attack your vehicle, pull the drivers out, and strip the machines down to their nuts and bolts. So this is definitely a concern as you're making your way through this part of town. And you are seeing a fair amount of people on the streets.
I was wondering, would we be in a fuzzmobile, maybe? Like, would we have requisitioned a cop car for this so that we'd have a little bit of, immunity?
Oh.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
It would probably be better for Zion to use his vehicle.
Okay.
In this
drivers are
case.
so small time, it'd probably make them nervous.
That's
They
fair.
wouldn't have the sensibility.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So you see some other vehicles on the road. There's like 1 or 2. There's not a lot of people out. And you start to, Padres, as you're driving, as you're going along, you're just, as I mentioned, you're noticing the usual people that you see on the street. A lot of regulars. All right, so you pull up to the plant.
And wrong plan.
Yeah. And the way they organize this is very ridiculous. Okay.
So you're not stopping at any of the stop signs or the stoplights or anything?
I don't think so.
Going.
Stoplights are all out.
The lights are out.
Okay.
Stop
Yeah.
anywhere for anything.
No.
They
No.
get you, because a car is a sign of wealth.
Ooh, actually. Hey,
What?
question.
What?
question for you.
Well, it's not just the four of you, by the way. I just want to let you know that, like, that Private Jordan Lynch and Baggy are with you too.
Okay.
So even though they're not in play super amount, but I'm gonna try to include them a little bit. They are in the vehicle with you guys.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Wow, we're packed in there.
You are packed in there.
All right.
Or maybe they're in a separate car following?
No.
No?
We're all wedged in there?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You've done this before.
Very much, very much.
Become a vampire to wedge into
we have like
cars.
the old school Oldsmobile, just have like the bench seat in the front.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it's an Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's
So what were you
plenty
gonna
of
say?
room. Okay. I'm thinking that I have activated Eyes of the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm actually driving my lights off.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I have to make a hunger roll,
Yeah.
and I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you activated that. So I think once you notice that person kind of get caught in your headlights and then
Yeah.
kind of scurry away, you're like, why do I have these on?
Yeah, it's like once I get off the main boulevards and we're making our way up into the
Yeah.
northern industrial zone, click.
Okay.
Yeah.
I even
So-
click off the dash lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you notice as you're approaching the plant, you're gonna want to park. You don't want to park like at the plant. You're gonna be
Right.
walking up to it.
Right.
So you're gonna park. Are you gonna park your vehicle or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've parked.
And I think we'll have Baggy stay behind
Okay.
and
Keep
watch the car.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says I can do that. He's done it before.
Right.
Good luck, he says as you all get out of the car. Now you are in the rain. So walking in the driving rain, it's just like you're fighting against a tide. It's
Wow.
within a half a minute you're soaked. And even though you don't feel the cold as acutely as a mortal would, it's still like exhausting. Suddenly you hear a voice calling out from one of the old row houses. And it's a woman saying, I see you, you crazy fiends. Even God's weather can't keep you from sucking the blood out of people in this town. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. So she's just yelling at you.
And this is coming from where?
One of the row houses as you're walking
row
toward
house. I think
the...
you said roadhouse. I'm like,
Sorry.
Where did that come in? Row house. Got it.
So she's yelling at you. God's weather. This is God's weather. It still won't keep you away.
So
None of this water's gonna wash away you demons.
So I'm probably wearing a hoodie.
Okay.
I've got the hood up. So I'm just gonna like turn and look in that direction where the voice comes from. Do my feral eyes allow me to see this person?
Yeah.
So I'm making eye contact with her with my glowing red eyes.
She's looking at you.
Really?
Yeah.
She's not scared?
No.
Not even if I try to intimidate her?
You might want to try.
Okay. I've got intimidation and what? Appearance? Maybe?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so it's just the same, right? I'm just building dice pools.
Yep.
And I have one hunger, so I have a hunger die. Of the hunger. What's my success threshold? Difficulty? 2. Okay, I got 3 successes.
Okay. So it's like she sees you, she's looking at you, but the rain is so driving that she couldn't really see you, but in that moment she really sees you.
As my intimidation roll, I kind of think like, you know, you can kind of like concentrate and make some blood rush to your head. It's almost like that where I'm like making my eyes glow a little more brightly.
Yeah.
You know?
So then at first it doesn't seem like she sees you, and then she really sees you.
Yeah.
And she kind of just backs up up the stairs to where she had come from.
All right.
So as you're walking along the street, despite the pouring rain, you see there's this old white man. You hear this sudden like singing through the rain, and he's singing "Amazing Grace."
Oh boy.
And he has a sandwich board, sandwich board.
What are your guys called it?
He's wearing a sandwich board.
Maybe.
It says "Jesus Saves."
Okay.
He's singing "Amazing Grace." He's striding very purposefully through the cold, damp weather, and he's just walking down the street, doesn't really seem to be paying too much attention to you. And he passed this to Padre, please.
Yes.
And so you notice him as well. Is there anything you want to do? He's just singing and ringing his bell.
Oh, good. He's got a bell.
By all means, ring that bell.
Please. Ring on, bell ringer.
Okay.
It's totally for me.
So you're getting closer to the plant. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Crazy Ira. He does this.
Crazy Ira.
And Ron's chief accounting officer. Crazy Ira.
The CFO.
Yeah.
He's walking along. This is his job now.
Oh god.
All right. So you're getting closer to the plant. You're noticing the open space of scrub and empty parking spaces around it. The only structures and objects around the once flourishing complex are remains of trash ranging from sofas and fridges to mounds of diapers and barrels of waste from who knows where.
Good stuff.
So it's a very desolated place. There's one central building and surrounded by several, multiple smaller warehouses that divide the plant up.
Sure.
The interior once held conveyor belts and production equipment, even a vat. And though everything was not sold when the plant shut its doors, it's been damaged beyond repair or stolen.
Yeah.
There's a great metal walkway that surrounds the factory floor, heading upstairs to office space and different levels of where there would have been operable equipment. Now, where machinery would have once occupied gaps in the gantry, only holes leading straight down to the floor remain. Not one window in this building has survived to tonight, allowing the wind and rain to howl through the plant.
Yeah.
So,
Water
you're the
drips from
first,
the floors.
right? You're the first on the scene. You don't see anybody around. Private Lynch, you see her looking around the plant, and she says, "I used this factory before. This isn't my first time here. I was trying to build a haven for traveling anarchs here. But it was just, the layout was just, you can see this layout. It's ridiculous. It's totally open. There's nothing protecting us anywhere.
Right.
It's just everything, there was just too many ways to get inside during the day, so. There's some areas here, though, there are little hideaway spots that we could actually use tonight if you want."
Good idea.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So you could take strategic positions around the building if you want to.
Yeah.
Is Private Lynch armed?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So am I.
All right. So you're taking in the plant. As I've mentioned, that the Knights. Oh, actually, there's a gang called the Knights that are in control of this part of the city, but they don't make their way around here very much. And that you're meeting the Glen Park 45ers.
Right.
So I want you all to make a intelligence plus etiquette difficulty 3. So you need 3 successes.
Intelligence.
Plus etiquette.
Etiquette.
And then
Sub
swap
in.
1 for 100 eye.
Yeah.
3 successes? I missed by 1 success.
Dang.
I have 4 successes, 2 which are crits.
Okay.
3 successes.
3. Okay.
4-1 crit.
Okay.
Wow.
So, the Nosferatu and Bruja know that Modius is really one of the few vampires to really stick with the city. And he's a former French African colonial. He must be a couple centuries old.
Uh-huh.
And doesn't hesitate to remind other kindred that that's the case. He's old. And that you consider him a prince on paper, but due to lack of formal Camarilla acknowledgement of his domain, he's isolated. And that Modius is engaged with Juggler in an on-again, off-again war over Gary for years. The two hatch schemes together as often as they pit pawns against each other. No vampires in Gary openly serve Modius, but everyone knows he has agents among the Anarchs, and few care. And that Modius's haven is a fortified mansion house overlooking Miller Beach, but no one's been invited there for years.
Yeah.
Rumors tell of Modius and Juggler being on bad terms again following a recent attempt to rejuvenate the city that both supported and simultaneously sabotaged in order to better each other. And that's Modius's side of things. But with Juggler, Juggler is always Modius's foil, and he's done it for decades, maybe even centuries. Juggler has only recently earned the title of Baron, and that's because he facilitated a zombie movie being filmed in Gary. And it came to the attention of the anarchs on the West Coast in the Free States.
Oh boy.
They spotted Juggler's metaphorical fingerprints all over the movie, and there were 2 Hollywood anarchs that wanted him to receive full recognition from the anarch movement, like he is a baron. So, unlikely as it seems, the infamy was enough for other anarchs to start calling him baron.
Huh.
And they see the movie as a subtle fuck you to the Camarilla. For all the disrespect Modius receives for using and abandoning coteries of neonates, Juggler is little better. The only difference is that he does it with a smile on his face, and a reassurance that you will get what's owed to you one of these nights.
That doesn't reassure me at all.
No.
So many anarchs consider Juggler to be a self-serving criminal, but few of those same anarchs can claim their own true altruism. And Juggler's haven supposedly moves around, with the Baron claiming every abandoned factory, warehouse, and mill as part of his expanding domain.
Question.
Yes.
You said there were 4 scenes in this scenario?
Yes.
That's perfect, because we're going to divide this up into 4.
We're trying to.
4 episodes?
I'm trying to get through the prologue. We're not
This
going
is just
through.
the prologue?
Yes.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right.
Scene 1.
Yes. So, you are at this plant. You're walking up. The rain is dripping through the roof. It's just the rain is all you can hear.
Right.
It's very quiet. Suddenly, there's these 4 tricked out rusted wagons that come up into the plant, into the parking lot in front of the plant.
Okay.
And you see 10 guys exit the vehicles, and they're ducking under the fallen girder blocking the plant's main entrance.
Question.
Yes.
Are they blocking our way back to the car?
No, you can easily circumvent them.
There's lots of exits.
Yes, there are a lot of exits in this.
They're just not directly in our path.
No.
So are these 2 up in the shadows?
Yeah, so where are you all stationed if you want? Like, who's going to be with Zion and who? Because Lynch is with you as well.
That's
I
right.
thought Lynch would be up in the in cover,
Okay.
Yeah, I think
so.
since
She
we've
heads
got
up
should be.
now.
guns,
Okay.
that should probably be.
Okay.
so maybe the 3 of us down to receive.
I'm with Zion.
You're with Sydney's with Zion. Okay.
I'm gonna be with Lynch.
With
like
Lynch?
I said,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
both got guns, so we'll be.
I'll be with Zion too. They have a
Okay.
Reputation
Both of you.
receiving.
Okay.
Yeah, because Malort, you're more the Shadow Master, right? You have the higher obfuscate.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay.
you could probably just go completely.
They're both pretty good, but
So Lynch and Malort are up in the rafters in this certain little hideaway spot
yeah,
that Lynch
known to
knows.
Lynch, yeah.
Sydney and Padre are flanking Zion
That's right.
as these guys are walking up to you.
Yeah, so I'm positioning myself very much like right in the center area, like when we hear the cars pulling up. Positioning myself like a wide shoulder width stance, arms folded in front of myself, you know.
With your
just
bags.
Projecting strength.
Right,
You know.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are your eyes still glowing?
They would be, yeah. It goes for an hour.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's actually briefcases full of cash.
briefcase is full of cash.
So I don't know.
So you have those.
if
So each of us is carrying one.
or Padre wants both, and then Sydney, we need your
Hands-free.
free.
Yep.
In case
That
you
makes
start
good
throwing
nonsense.
fists. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they're like sitting on the ground behind me, so I can just reach back and just
Yeah.
pick them up when.
Plus, your aspect is very sort of trustworthy, friendly.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
yeah.
So, what does it take for me to put on my mask?
I would say hunger
Hunger
roll.
Okay. Uh-oh, I'm a little hungry.
Okay. So,
There's a hunger
all
inside
right. So what are you gonna? What? How do you want to play that out?
I mean, I've recently fed, so maybe just.
You can feel it growing as you.
Yeah, maybe sort of keeping the cold out has been just a little bit more trying for me. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I sort of draw a little bit more onto my inner reserves and
Not
start.
to mention the fact, but most of your flock is what, the homeless and drug
Yes.
users, so you're gonna be like malnourished.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
blood
Yeah,
is
they're
very
not the-
thin.
Yeah,
The blood
they're
is
not
very
the-
thin. That's
They're not
great
the hardiest of stews.
No.
So there's these plump gang members coming towards us.
Yeah, so it might be appealing.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually like the folks that are in your flock, their blood is very thin.
Yeah.
When you do get
Here
to
come a
feed.
bunch of cans of Dinty More.
So who's walking up? So there's 10 guys walking up. They're crunching over the broken glass and used needles on the ground. And so Zion, in one round, you notice that the corner boy tasked with handling the deal is Chacho.
Okay.
Chacho's a dealer who grew up and attended the same school with both of you for a while. And he doesn't react and like recognize you or like notice that like
It means nothing.
it means nothing. Yeah.
That's hard.
So he's trying to carry himself like he's very like hardcore and like he's tough because it's very strange because he's a small time dealer and so he's handling like this huge deal
Yeah.
and nobody, it's like why?
Right.
So with a whistle, 2 members of his crew walk up beside him and they dump a pair of sports bags on the ground between you all.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, all there. You going to check? It'll take you a while, but we got all night. And so he's waiting on you. As he's waiting on you,
Okay.
the two people that are standing there, it's they're kind of looking at you.
Right.
It's a man and a woman. And so Chacha's just standing there being very stoic. And two of these other gang members are just looking at you and they're just smirking.
Smirking?
Yeah, and then the girl just starts laughing at you.
Oh, shit.
Fucking punks. Just 3 of you here? Pathetic. And this old man? What the fuck?
I make a composure roll for that?
Sure.
This seems like a public humiliation that I shall not stand for.
Yeah.
This will not stand. So I'm rolling under my humanity.
Okay.
I do.
Alright.
Alright.
So she says, I don't know about the quality of this shit that you're selling us today. It's probably pure shit. So as little as we're giving it to you?
We're slinging drugs?
We're
or
unloading the H.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
we are?
Yes.
I thought it was the other way
I thought we were
around.
No.
Oh,
Well, wait.
No.
Yeah, you are.
He's asked you specifically to make an exchange of H for a couple of briefcases full of cash.
They're giving you the cash, sorry.
Oh, so
They're giving you the cash.
We
You
got the
have the drugs.
Okay, so we've got the
You have
drugs.
the drugs. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
We've got the drugs. Okay, that's fine. So,
Okay.
so it's probably shit that we're giving them, huh?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you see her, she's really like, she keeps the hands in the pockets of her overcoat.
I don't like that.
And her jaw clenches and she's staring at you.
Okay.
She's holding her.
Sydney, how are you feeling? How are you doing?
So Chacha says, are you what's going on here?
We're just here to do the deal. Can you quit it with the amateur theatrics? Let's get this done.
Ah, yes.
So Tamira just like scoffs and rolls her eyes.
Good. Enjoy that.
All right, so so I will step forward and I will heft these bags full of cash, right? I'm not gonna count it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
as you are doing this, you're realizing that the volume of heroin you're giving them is considerably more than what's in these bags that
Sure.
you're
Than the
holding.
weight of the
just by
money.
weight.
Yeah, you can tell.
I mean, I'll probably like unzip one just to make sure it's cash inside. And not,
Right, and not.
When you unzip it,
Cup
you
of
see
noodles.
that the cash is sealed in cling wrap, and so you can't pull it apart to
Yeah.
count it. It's almost it takes forever
Yeah.
to start really going through it.
Yeah.
And you don't even know if it's.
You can't do like a little protein claw, just like.
I mean, with some effort, you could
I could, yeah.
pull it apart to see how much it is.
All right, so I'll kind of look up, eyebrow cocked a little bit, and just be like, if I was a more suspicious type, I would imagine that you're trying to stiff us.
Chacha's expressionless.
Chacho's expressionless.
But I know you're not trying to double cross Modius. Zip.
Okay.
So I'll trust you.
Okay. All right.
So, and I kind of nod to Padre.
All right. So as you're walking back towards us with the money, I'll grab the briefcases and deposit them in front of the smirky little lady.
Question: how nice are these briefcases?
they're pretty nice.
They're from Modius. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Alligator leather.
So Chacho receives the briefcases and says, "Look, this is what Mr. M wanted. This was the amount of money he wanted. Exactly 20K. So any shit you're giving me about this, I'm gonna call him and tell him you're causing me problems. My lord, I want you to make perception plus awareness difficulty 7.
Perception plus awareness.
Difficulty 7?
Perception.
7?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what the lady
So you
said.
She needs 7 successes.
On 4 dice.
And then the rest of you, I want you to roll intelligence plus streetwise, difficulty 4.
Okay.
Let's see.
How can she get 7 successes on 4 dice?
Streetwise.
It's only 4?
That's all I got.
What, do you want to bolster that with something? Let me see.
Well, I mean-
investigation.
You can't add.
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
Inside awareness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sub that.
Alright.
And then you said intelligence plus streetwise?
I said
Yes.
yes. Difficulty 4.
Thank you.
Alright, I made it.
Okay,
Alright.
I did not make it.
okay. You
Yeah, I
just
still
step-
only have
yeah.
6.
I made 3 out of 4.
Okay.
I did not make it either.
So you
I'm
could have
feeling a little hungry.
Okay, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's angering up the blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
if you failed by 1, can't you take the partial what is it called?
Success with consequences?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. I got a 5. on
Okay.
One of them.
Yeah, let's do that.
I can do successful.
Okay, so if you can tell me if you think this is wrong or if.
Yeah,
but I'm
no.
thinking how this would show up
Yeah.
is you are having this this realization that the cops and Gary who hold up dealers, often executing them before stealing any drugs and cash, like that there are cops who will come, converge on a deal taking place, kill everyone, take all the shit and leave.
Yeah.
Now, that gets mitigated by the fact that you're like, oh, like, I want to feed. Like,
Yeah.
these two fucking peons are just really pissing me off.
Her with the hands in the pockets.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's bubbling up inside of you. Okay.
And then regular success?
Regular success, yeah, so Padre, yeah, you realize
Sort of
that,
the same thing
that yeah,
that
you're both realizing that, oh shit,
Oh shit.
that's a possibility that could happen as this deal is getting finalized.
We're being shorted by 10K too.
Possibly.
15K, isn't it?
No,
20.
20K.
Out
No,
of
but then
30
the
we're
cash,
supposed to get.
okay, so okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not making this clear. Please be patient with me. You were just getting 20K, that's it, for the heroin that you are exchanging for.
I had 30K in my head.
The deal
isn't
was
that-
30.
They've
The deal
the
was
the
30.
numbers have been messed up. The numbers
Okay.
throughout this have been messed up. It is 20K.
It's not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to.
Okay.
It wasn't a part of the scenario you're saying?
It is, but there's typos and stuff where
So
the numbers
can't
have been
really
changed and
So
modified.
it's retconned that Modius
We
told
don't-
me 20K. He never said 30.
He never said 30.
Okay, because it sounded like it was.
See, that was
what's his
exciting.
name?
Chico?
Well, yeah. So
like,
it's 30
was trying to like smooth talk it like.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
it's a
on
deal.
board, it was always supposed to be 20K.
It was always supposed to be according to Mr. M.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Modius may have said like this is 30 G's worth of heroin, but I'm giving it to you for 20K.
Oh,
That's right.
the margin.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his name? Chacho?
Chacho.
Gotcha. That's right.
So, Malort, how did your roll go?
Well, I still only had 6 dice, but I got all successes.
Okay.
You did?
So we'll go with that. So
Well, that's a partial success.
So you can get a
phenomenal.
success,
Success
with
with consequences.
consequences.
Yeah.
so even though you are noticing there are 3 cop cars converging on the location, you are having a hard time seeing how you can get down to, how you would be able to warn everybody that this is
In a
happening.
subtle manner.
Yes.
Right.
So Chacho and Loot, Loot and Tamira, who are his two comrades, they're heading back to their vehicles. And yeah.
Well, that was a nice handoff.
That was
No
pleasant.
complications.
So you have the cash,
Yeah.
and so then Chacho and his crew are out of there.
But
They pull out and they're driving.
they're driving away.
They're driving away.
That's a shame.
I think we need to move quick. This doesn't feel right.
It's moist in here. Let's get out. I would really, seriously, if I was me, I'd be chasing those 3 that were leaving and try and separate one of them out. And
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Go for it. So they are walking toward their vehicles
I
where
want
they
to cut
came.
one out and slaughter.
How
Okay.
close are
Yes.
they parked to the building?
So they parked right outside the plant. Like there was a huge, like you walked up and there was like the parking lot area. And there was like this girder across the main entrance that I described so wonderfully. Not very well at all.
Factory.
And so,
Yeah, we got it.
and so as you walk, they're walking out of that. They're parked right there. So the cops are coming like down the street along another side. So that's where you spot or see
Okay.
or
and then-
sense that they're
so
arriving.
factory, they're say parked like right in front.
Yes.
Cops are on A side.
Right. Right.
Where are we parked in relation?
You're
to
parked down the street. So Baggy is
Right
in
in
the
the
car.
that? So we are.
You're a ways away.
So they're only
Like
going
a
to see
block.
their car.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right. Right.
Would it be ostensible then? Maybe it would require spending a willpower that we would have some kind of like a.
Oh,
Some sort of like
Nice
a
save.
code word
Yeah,
or like a heads up because we're probably used to using like lookouts
or weird chirping
for
sound or
something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would mean like
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
Because again, their car's parked right out front.
Right.
These cupcakes are going to see them. They're not going to see our car.
Right.
No, they're not.
So
Yeah.
if we're able to stealth it out of here,
Possibly. So that's
Provided
there's
I
a
don't
couple.
screw it up for you.
So there's a couple things going on. So I have Sydney wanting to
Feet on trench
to
coat.
like to pick off one of these gang
girl
members,
assassin you.
and
Yeah.
then Maylor, you were having the difficulty of like, oh shit, they're coming, but how can I tell people in time?
Mm-hmm.
And then like, so part of the group's trying to leave. So I want to stick with
play it
that.
out.
I don't want that to be under, like, I want to figure out how to play through that.
Sure.
So first, let's figure out if this is successful in terms
Sure,
of what
okay.
Sydney wants to do, because it's all happening at the
I
same
guess,
time.
and that's what I guess I'm saying is like I feel like, regardless if I can get down there, like wouldn't there be some sort of a
Possibly, yeah,
heads
signal?
up, a signal, a
Yeah.
heads
Makes
up,
sense.
yeah,
a
yeah,
kind of noise that all
Yes.
of us would like
to know.
like be on alert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
So that way, even if I can't get down there and I don't know what
Otherwise,
she's
what's
trying
the
to
point
do,
of sending you up there?
Right.
Would that cost a willpower?
that's what I'm
It
asking.
would, yes, it would, yes, it would, yes, it would. So Sydney, let's play through this.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Tamira is.
Go.
So they're starting to leave.
Yeah.
They're starting to try to exit the factory.
Yeah.
Lute and Tamira are behind Chacho, and so what do you want to do? Tamira's right there.
I wanna feed off Tamira
Okay,
in hopes of hurting Chacho.
okay.
Hey, Chacho, look at this.
Check this out.
Yeah, well,
So how do
I
you
don't
want?
know. I don't want him to know, but I mean, I'm pissed that Chacho didn't acknowledge us.
So are you
We
trying
were
to
kids
like?
together, and that upsets me.
Okay.
Are we
Yeah.
spiriting her off in like the downpour, or is
Yeah.
it like right in front of him?
Well, I would want to get her to a dark place.
Okay, so like
Okay. So you want, what do you want to use? Celerity? Like you can move quickly?
Fast. Yeah,
you can move-
alacrity.
So the celerity, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can use celerity to run up to grab her.
Yeah.
Okay. So make a celerity roll.
Celerity plus hunger.
Yes. Wait, do you have
I have celerity.
let me look at this real quickly. So you're going to be using dexterity plus. Wait, with disciplines you just roll the discipline, or you
Well, with
you
alacrity-
maximize it with an attribute, right?
alacrity, there's no dice pool. It's just making a hunger roll to double your initiative.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
All
So
right.
you're just gonna roll a single die.
A single die.
Plus my hunger roll.
No, that is your hunger roll.
That is
You roll die equal to your hunger.
right.
1.
So you're gonna be hangry.
Yeah.
Luckily, you're about to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So you mark hunger, and then I don't know, just storyteller discretion, really. I think.
right. So I'm saying it's celerity. I mean, so in rolling
you
a discipline.
you can fold a discipline dot into a pool. For sure.
Yeah, I want to.
Well,
so I
yeah.
want the celerity. So that's one dice.
All right. So here
And
comes the
then
celerity.
you have your hunger dice too,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna move that with
With
dexterity.
Dexterity. Right.
Mhm,
That
which
makes
is how
sense
many?
to me.
So it's four more.
And athletics, maybe.
But
Or
she's
brawl
used,
to grab
yeah,
someone?
dex plus athletics too.
Jesus, that's a lot of dice.
Yes.
All right. That's all the dice I got.
All right, and you have your hunger dice in there too.
Yep.
So in this case, it's using attribute plus skill, and then
Plus
accentuating it with the discipline.
What's my
So-
target?
Your target would be you're right there. So I'm gonna say three successes.
Well, what's Chaka's wits?
Let me check.
Because that would be the defensive
Check
thing
on Chaka.
4.
you're going against.
I got
Right?
4 successes and then some 5s in here as well.
Okay. more successes?
Yeah.
4 that are 6 and above?
I have 3 9s and an 8.
Okay. So yeah. So you run up. You can describe what you do because that's fully successful. So you're successful in whatever it is you want to do.
She's the last coming out.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna come up behind her, give her a hook.
Uh-huh.
A hook and a knock. She'll come down.
Uh-huh.
Get her in the kidney.
Oh shit.
Get her in the trachea with the elbow.
Oh my God.
And then feed.
Oh, how much do you want to feed?
I'm killing her.
The whole shebang.
Oh.
You're gonna drain her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So Chacho hears something. His head turns as this whole thing is happening so fast. He turns and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then Loot's out of there.
Yeah.
He's running, and the rest of they're kind of like the rain is just so loud and like. So he notices that he turns and he's watching. He's seeing this happen.
Good, because I'm angry at Chacho.
Okay. So he.
I'm picturing you kind of staring up at him
how
with your
dare
mouth
he?
latched on her throat.
We were lab pals in science. How dare he not acknowledge?
Whoa, okay. All right.
You bailed him out on that one assignment.
Yeah.
I wrote my answers on the back of a ruler and handed him the ruler. You don't get to say you don't know me now.
Okay. So he's staring there watching you do this, and you're draining, and before you know it, Tamira is unconscious and is getting more pale. So your hunger can be lowered by 2, so you're probably at 0 now.
At 0 now.
Oh wow, okay. So what you are feeling in terms of this blood that's coursing through your veins now is that you feel that this is like you are very much aware of the fact that the cops are probably on their way.
Oh, there's information with it.
That the cops are on their way, that this deal wasn't a normal deal.
Oh
That,
no.
but you also have this sense of bravado and,
Her.
yeah, that's what you're picking up. You are what you eat.
Oh, brother. Okay.
And before you know it, she's gone.
Okay.
And so you hear the tires screeching on the plant parking lot as they're tearing out.
So, okay.
And Chacho's still standing there, just stuck,
Right. All right.
paralyzed.
So I'm gonna yell run if anybody can hear me.
Okay. So
What about?
yes. So you hear a commotion down, and and you smell the blood. Once blood has been drawn, you can smell it. And how do you want to play this out?
How far is it to our car?
It's about a block away.
Because I could see them coming down the street. So at least know where they're coming from. I'm trying to think about the best way to get some distance. Because they're going to surround and sweep. That's why there's 3 cars.
So as you're thinking about this, then you hear Glen Park 45s. There's no sirens.
Okay.
There's no sirens. You hear Glen Park 45s. They're all tearing out of the plant. And you see the vehicles sort of stop where they're at in the street. And there's probably conversations going on amongst the cops.
Wait, so they're stopped talking to the cops?
They're not talking to the cops. So the Glen Park 45s are leaving the plant. They're scrambling.
Okay.
So as the cops are pulling up, suddenly all these vehicles start leaving.
Right.
And so the cop cars have stopped, and they're kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah,
like as all these
like
cars just like
regrouping.
stream past them.
Oh, okay.
And so the cops are just kind of stuck there for a while, just like
You have one
indecision.
moment.
Yeah.
Run like hell. Run like hell. You want to fight all
So
the
you
cops?
say run.
No, I was gonna say, I wonder if I can just like shoot a text or message to like one of the cops that I know. And use it as like a tip off, make it sound like a double cross or something like that.
Okay,
But
yeah.
something in my
Go for it.
favor that's
Yeah.
definitely, because I told them to stay away.
And now
And
they're
if you fucking
here.
listen,
That's a problem.
there's gonna be consequences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who do you want to
True.
text?
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't know that.
You know, I've been a cop for 10 years in this town. I'm sure I know someone who. Oh, maybe someone in dispatch
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to get them to draw away.
Back off.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to send that text. Okay.
I probably was already sending it like shit 'cause I
Okay.
don't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you get the response back. You get the response back like Roger, you know, and you see two of the cars pull away. The one car is making its way to the plant parking lot.
Those are only 2 cops max.
So one of them that gets out of the car, you recognize from your perch as Palusinski.
That motherfucker.
Sinski.
He's in there.
Yeah, he is.
I
He
would
is.
There he is.
Patty Sinski.
Now, Palusinski is, it makes total sense to see him here because he is known for executing dealers and reselling their gear. And you see him walking, he starts walking into the plant. So Zion and Sydney, you're over this corpse.
Yeah.
Feeding.
Yeah.
So,
Padre.
yeah, let me back it up a little
Oh.
bit.
All right.
Sorry.
No.
Inserting myself into that narrative. So, so I see her rush forward, grab
Tamira.
Samira, take her down. Chacho's just standing there stunned.
Yeah.
Dope.
So I can't resist an opportunity to just kind of walk up next to Sydney.
Yeah.
And just be like, that's what happens when you fuck with us, boy. You know, and just was kind of like,
Oh well.
oh well, you lost
So
after
you're
all.
gloating.
I'm gloating.
Gloating over
I'm
the kill.
gloating.
I love
Chacho
it.
looks terrified.
And
love it.
then at that point, you probably look up at me and go, "Man, get the fuck out of here."
You're with blood dripping out of your mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Padre, what are you thinking about all this?
Well, I think like since I got that I got that streetwise roll, I was probably a little distracted as
Yeah.
they were sort of departing. So I was looking around just to see if I could see any police cars. So when Zion joins Sydney, I smell the blood and I notice what's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm probably like horrified at just the
Yeah.
line.
Right.
There's some things you don't do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think I'm actually going to rush over and like try to administer like last rites or something.
Wow.
Oh wow.
To Tamira?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, you do so. I mean, she's completely gone.
Yeah, I
But you're- you-
from
and
the,
you- yeah.
from the smell and the amount of blood, I know she's dead. But
Okay, but you're doing it.
Nevertheless.
But yeah,
the
this
soul
is
may linger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that this is going to cause.
It's gonna cause a problem.
A little bit.
So yeah, you're going to lose a humanity point.
Oh, sure.
Sydney loses 1 humanity, so you can cross that off.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
at 6 now.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you're doing this. So Padre is standing. So Zion, you're gloating to Chacho. Chacho's in shock. Tamira is gone. Sydney is nice and sated by the lovely blood. And
I just
Getting
now-
dinner thing going.
yeah,
I just now noticed I only have 6 humanity to start with. Oops.
So Maylord, you are noticing Palusinski coming through the door, and he's looking at this scene and sees all of you.
Oh, boy. That's awkward.
And says, "What the fuck is this?" And he recognizes you,
Yeah.
and he's like shaking his head at you, and he draws a gun on you.
Oh!
So, since I saw him outside, a number one motive is get Palusinski off my back.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would have seen him entering.
Yes.
Number one action would have been to like descend.
Yes, yes.
Right?
All right.
Is he alone?
He has his partners behind him, tagging along.
But I think what I'd probably like to do is try and get the drop on him.
Okay.
These unseen presence.
Okay.
To
Yes.
get behind him because that guy's number 1 on my shit list. Number 2 on my shit list.
Yeah, well, we know who number
He's
1
tied
is.
for first place.
Right. Right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh, so you descend.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I roll for my unseen
Yes, please do.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yes. Batman skills activate.
So am I gonna wait? Hold on. I'm going to add my points in obfuscate to because it says to roll wits and stealth.
Yes.
So I'm
Right.
gonna add
Yeah.
obfuscate to that. Okay.
Do you? Or I don't
no.
think so.
All right,
Not-
never mind.
Not as a normal matter, of course.
Okay.
You just did that for celerity, just to
Yeah, just to kind of enhance it a
It
bit.
was enhanced.
Yeah.
enhance celerity.
That's
Yes.
fine. I just
And then-
wanted to be clear.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not the most clear storyteller.
okay.
No, we're all playtesting this together.
All right.
Yeah,
fun.
definitely.
Okay. Well, I get 4 successes. I don't know.
Nice.
my-
Yeah. No, that's perfect. No, actually, that's perfect. So you are. So how do you want this to go down? So you descend.
Oh yeah.
Describe.
So
Yeah.
describe. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Polizinski was the one who fucked me over, and he's been blackmailing me pretty much the past 3 years. At least until I was turned.
Yeah.
And turning me at least got him off my back for a little while, but he's got it out for me. I'm like, no, fuck no. He's trying to fuck with us. He doesn't know what he's messing with. If he thinks that we're just one of his other run-of-the-mill. So this is the thing though, I don't think I would outright kill him. I'd want him to know it's me, and I'd want to like scare him utterly shitless.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm imagining something like, let's see, since I have superhuman strength. So you get behind him, whispering in his ear in my own voice so he recognizes it, don't fuck with me.
Okay.
I told you not to fuck with me. And just like, I don't know, snapping his arm or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're holding him, and are you holding him or what?
I think like he draws that gun on me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
So-
smirk at him because
Okay.
as if to say like, I don't think I'd leave myself this vulnerable to you, and then like,
Okay. And then that's when you are grappling him and you snap his arm.
I think actually, no.
Okay.
I want him
No?
to be like he's imagining it.
Okay.
Because I'm just gonna like sneak up behind him. He can't hear me, can't see me until
Right.
I talk to him, and then just reach out and like
Pop.
snap
Wow.
the arm with that gun.
All right. So
Yeah.
okay. So you hear this like the bone crack,
Oh yeah.
this loud snap, and then this anguish like oh.
And then
Yeah.
meld into the shadows once more.
Oh, so he's okay. So he falls to the ground. He's holding his arm and just like screaming. And
I'm gonna step over and pick up the gun that he drops.
okay,
Well, the partner's there, isn't he?
yeah.
That's
So-
what I'm thinking.
Right.
I'm just gonna casually step over, pick up the gun. Where's the partner?
He's just coming through the door.
All right, so I'm just gonna very casually stand up and level the gun at the
Wait,
partner.
wait. Before you do that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
And fire shot.
All right. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of successes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Wow.
on the
Okay.
shot.
I didn't even see the difficulty, so I guess the difficulty would be 3 since
Yeah.
you're in like point blank range.
Yeah.
So you shoot at him.
Yes.
Is he gone? Like in the head or what?
Yeah, I'm shooting to kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he falls to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Pelisinski's like, oh god, my fucking arm! What the fuck? My lord, I know it's you. I knew it was you. So he's just completely feeling like, he's just screaming like the man baby that he is. And one thing I will say, so there's some blood flowing from the head wound. A very small amount. So how's your hunger? You're good.
No.
The rest of you, how are you feeling?
Hunger at 2.
Hunger at 2.
Ooh,
All right.
That's interesting.
I'm 1.
You're 1. Okay. So it's up to you what you want to.
Should I make like a composure roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So no blood or no hunger dice in that because it's a composure roll.
Yeah.
I fail.
So
Shit.
even though it's a small amount of blood coming out of that head wound, it's a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these cops are ridiculous. They're corrupt.
Yeah.
They don't
really
give
bad.
one fuck about you.
These cops are corrupt, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
And so what do you want to do?
I mean, God, I'm.
Oh, you would suffer compulsion, right? Unless he spends a point of composure.
Unless you want to go for it.
No, I think at this point, like, you know, there's like one girl that's, you know, had herself drained and is dead, and then we have another dead guy. I think I
enough
probably
dead
lose
people?
it at this point. Like,
Okay.
Yeah,
There's-
it's double the blood, double
yeah,
the
there's
fun.
like moral things that are happening here that are just like.
Okay.
I'm just probably so overwhelmed that I'm probably like just gonna beeline it to that partner, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, probably just like maybe not even bite, just like go for the hole
That's right. Yeah.
and just
Ooh.
Get some
Yeah,
chunks
that's what you
out.
do. Yeah.
Like a
yeah.
crazy strong.
There you go.
Isn't he like dead?
Yeah.
Have you seen he's dead? Are
Yeah.
there penalties for drinking out of someone dead?
No.
Okay.
Not this fresh.
No.
Exactly.
So you're going for it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So.
It's real.
I think my mask falls too when I do that. 'Cause,
That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
so like
So
gunshot.
do you want to describe how you look without your visage?
Well, I kind of look like an evil fucking Voldemort.
You have no nose.
Actually, evil Voldemort.
Even more cadaverous than Voldemort was.
Voldemort,
So like
but
no
evil.
nose, black eyes, just
No lips.
yeah, no lips at all. Just like my gums drawn back, so my teeth look even longer. They're like
This is why I called you
oozing
corpses.
vitae.
Yeah.
And then just like my entire skin, even though like it's getting soaked like with water, like it still runs dry, like
Yeah.
like mummified, desiccated
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Maybe
like
reading a dried apple.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
if Palusinski sees this,
Yeah.
like just sees like this corpse-like figure just walking past him and just
Yeah.
like sticking his maw over the bleeding hole with his
Yeah.
partner's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So he's holding his arm and he's like getting up and like kind of trying to back away with his feet of like what he's seeing.
Yeah.
Behind him.
And
Right behind him.
he says this was just, I knew this deal was gonna be weird, but what the fuck?
Like muttering it to himself.
Yeah, and he was like, I got that stupid call from a guy with that crap Eurotrash accent,
Aha.
and now I'm here.
Poor Palyazinski. What will become of him? Join us next time for part 3 of Rusted Veins to discover the fate of Detective Palyazinski and to find out how the coterie gets themselves out of another fine mess.
The Los Angeles metropolitan area is constantly growing and changing. The Central District is full of new buildings. The Hollywood and Wilshire districts, once far from downtown, now are part of a which spreads past Beverly Hills and out to the ocean. But why is all this going on in Los Angeles? Why is Los Angeles an exploding city?
Neon Masquerade.
The Demon's Mirror.
13 Candles.
3 chronicles running through the undead veins of the City of Angels.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers Actual Play podcast invites you to drink deeply.
Go to eorpodcast.com and search the Duets tag to find out more.